Welcome to our leap year episode for February 2016's Focus TV. I'm J. Scott Berry, leaping into the pages of this month's issue. Kids and cash. That's the topic of this month's cover story. Remember the good old days when the neighborhood paperboy rode down the block on Saturday mornings? It seems more and more kids these days are learning later in life how to handle money. Some parents lead by example, while others struggle to make ends meet, causing a domino effect of financial blunders for their children. Focus has information that can help you train your kids to be ready for their financial future. Plus, area kids add to the discussion about what they are doing to learn the value of the dollar. The theme continues in our focus on education. Find out what the Lake County school system is doing to help with instructing local kids in economics. And our issues page has two parents with opinions on allowance. One traditional, one not so mainstream in their viewpoint on whether to give their kids a hand up or a handout. Focus on the Mind follows the subject by delving into the effects money can have on your mental perspective and how changing times have also changed the way money is viewed by different generations. Also, if you're looking to build your dream home or remodel your existing one, you don't have to go far to find the man for the job. Joe Zeiler of Kevco Builders is hosting an open house weekend and will be participating in the annual Parade of Homes event. Focus caught up with one local physician who had a gut feeling the moment he met Zeiler.
We were interested in the lot, and after dealing with the realtor, she introduced us to Joe Zeiler from Kepco, and that's how we came to know who Kepco was. When we first met Joe, he actually came out to the lot. It was a weekend. He came out here to the lot, met with us, kind of went over what we could do on this piece of land. We just hit it off, and I didn't see any reason to do any more research. It just felt right. We weren't looking for anything in particular. We didn't have a set number of bedrooms or bathrooms that we needed. We actually sat down and went through multiple of his floor plans and chose one floor plan, and then from that floor plan to this finished product, it's drastically different. With Joe, it seemed like everything I wanted to change, every time I wanted to do something, add something, move something, even if it seemed major, he said, okay, I can do it. So it was completely customized. Joe's the president of the company, and I could text him even on weekends, and he would reply. If I had an issue, of which there were a ton of issues that comes up in anyone who's building a home, he immediately addressed them. And then later on down the line, after the initial process was done with Joe Zeiler, then it went to the superintendent, which was Joe Nieves, and he was equally excellent, equally as responsive, and just constant communication. The standard list of features that Kepco offered were substantially more than the other builders. Things that other builders wanted to charge for, even basic things that almost anyone would do to upgrade a house, was standard with Kepco and not standard with the other builders. Building a custom home is a very difficult process. It's very stressful. With the communication that Kepco had, with the attentiveness of Joe Nieves and Joe Zeiler, that process was made as smooth as it could possibly be. I highly recommend Kepco to anyone who asked me about it during construction and now, of course, after construction.
The special open house weekend and Parade of Homes events takes place the final weekend of February and first weekend of March. For more info, visit KevcoBuilders.com. Now, from kids' careers to birdwatching blinds, let's take a look at what's happening around Lake County with a little more focus on some special events. No matter how long you've lived here, we bet you've said, "There's nothing to do around here." Well, Focus magazine has a brand new monthly feature, Lake County's Hidden Gems. It's going to focus on Lake County's beautiful scenery and lesser known spots that you might want to experience for yourself or share with visitors. One such spot is a brand new birdwatching blind at Pear Park in South Leesburg. A ribbon cutting ceremony was held to commemorate the brand new ecotourism feature.
It shows the commitment from the Board of County Commissioners and the community that we have here in Lake County, where they believe that this is real Florida, real close. We haven't forgotten what real Florida was. And so we'll continue to build on that in the past and continue to build the future based on what we know, what we have here, which is our greatest resources, our natural resources. And the bird watching blinds is just another of our destination points that we want folks to come and visit.
It's a lovely facility. One can look out into the wetlands and watch the various birds. We have 264 acres of open land that is going to be permanent open land, and here it's conservation land. We've already put 50 acres back into scrubland, and we're putting more and more acres into all sorts of different environmental habitat facilities. We have all sorts of wildlife here.
For info on this spot and others around Lake, check out visitlakecountyfl.com and pick up Focus Monthly to see the hidden gems we will be uncovering for you. Next, the wheels on the bus go round and round for these kids at Treadway Elementary. Kindergarten and first grade students had the opportunity to explore different career vehicles. Local business owners and their employees explain to these students what they do for a living, something I'm asked quite often. The goal was to expose students to different opportunities as they set up future goals to attend college and break out into the workforce. What better way to set kids up for the future than dressing them up in bow ties? Last month, we featured the Beverly Shores Elementary School's Boys and Bow Ties program in our new Focus on Education article. And Focus magazine was there to catch the kids and their community mentors as they inaugurated the new Leadership Academy program aimed at giving a hand up to boys at the school.
As not to continue to keep doing the same interventions with the same results, we had to start to think outside of the box as to what can we do to help these students, and that is where the leadership program birthed itself.
The educators identified about 50 at-risk young men that could use assistance beyond the school walls and set up the program to encourage community support with leaders from the ministry to business. Now, the girls haven't been forgotten either. Officials are already working on the program's female version. Now let's hop on the bus for two more school stories. Take Stock in Children of Lake and Sumter recently announced that Michelle Singh, a South Lake High senior, was selected as a Leaders for Life Fellowship semifinalist out of 86 applications received from across Florida. She made it into the top 14 students before the program, sponsored by the Osofsky Family Foundation, picked its top 6 finalists. Here's what her principal had to say about this special recognition.
It is awesome that she's being recognized for the things that, again, we try to help develop in our students, but Michelle has really taken it to levels beyond what most students do.
Congratulations, Michelle. Someday we'll say we knew her when. And Lake County's Teacher of the Year is going to be selected at a special event February 20th at Lake Receptions. The 3 finalists are, drum roll please, Michael Jeffreyon of Eustis High School, Kristen Petitis of Lake Mineola High School, and Andrea Vineyard of Tavares High School. Stay tuned to Focus Magazine in March for more information. Kids with a passion for the arts fared pretty well too. I was recently the roast of the toast at the roast. What a tongue twister that is. Anyway, the Leesburg Center for the Arts held the event back in January in honor of moi, as people who I used to think were my friends told some pretty funny, if not exaggerated, stories about me, but all for a great cause. How great was I to be roasted? Well, we raised a record-setting $11,000 for the programs at the Leesburg Center for the Arts. They all had fun. Thanks, everyone. Whew. Well, that brings us back to the February issue of Focus. Another article that we are featuring monthly is Focus on Lake County. This month, we are highlighting a recent retreat county commissioners attended to brainstorm goals for the upcoming year. They renewed topics such as commercial zoning to help Lake be more business friendly, to ways to improve the parks and trails around the county. Look in Focus for more on the topic. And in February's issue of Focus, the foodie kicked back at Stone Grill in Tavares. Find out what's sizzling at this new Lake County eatery and how it fared under review. And what's in a sign? Find out in this February's Lake Legacies article, as we explore the family history of local photographer Myron Leggett, whose genealogy dates back in the South and in Florida, well, nearly to the Mayflower. Lastly, don't miss the final chapter of our ongoing serial story, Six Hands. As the original author of what has now become a novella, Mark Robert Schwartz, who also happens to be Focus publisher, concludes the journey of his character, Michael Green. Plus, tune in to Lake Sumter TV to hear the authors and a few local celebs read the full story at a special event held at the Bay Street Players Theater in Eustis that benefits the Lifestream Behavioral Foundation. And of course, catch up on the serial story at FocusLakeCounty.com, where the full 12 chapters are available. There's plenty more in Focus February issue, even some cannolis. What? I love cannolis. All right. Anyway, check out the Focus on Arts for that and look at the contents to see even more. Pick up a free copy of Focus at more than 140 locations throughout Lake County and the villages. You can also find us on the web at FocusLakeCounty.com. And as your go-to source of community information all month long, like Focus Lake County Magazine on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. Well, now it's time for me to cross some names off my Valentine card list. You roasters know who I'm talking about. Until next month, I'm J. Scott Berry. Thanks for watching Focus TV exclusively on Lake Sumter Television.